Shalom, first and foremost, we like to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. We can continue? Saying, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone again, and salutations to all the brothers and hours and the Bible teaching this word in all sincerity and in all honesty. We are the Hebrew Israelites on the JAMAICA camp, out here another night again. Basically, we're here to feed the potential elect that is among the four corners of the earth. However, being on the island of Jamaica, we are prone to prophecies as well, because as the scriptures go along, you know, the scriptures speak about three wars: World War I, World War II, World War III, which we know that World War I took place in Europe, World War II took place in Europe. But this war, which is to end all war, this war, not World War I, not the Great War, but the greatest war, World War III, this is going to be fight all over the earth. Now, before that gets said, you're going to have certain specific events that's going to take place all over the world. Like, for example, in the scripture, Revelation 13, verse 16, it says, "And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." No, it says all. It clearly states all. It wasn't speaking about a big nation or a small nation like how the IUIC would like to break it down. It's speaking about individuals, speaking about people. So we here in Jamaica or in the Caribbean, as the vanguard of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, we have to know what's really taking place here. So therefore, where our eyes, see, and I can see if we speak for even other brothers, our eyes are actually set towards prophetic events that is taking place here in the Caribbean. Like, for example, St. Lucia going all internet through the island. We can see where even Jamaica is doing that. They're starting from like New Kingston, which New Kingston was supposed to be the first smart city basically in the Caribbean. New Kingston, and they are saying that they want to make Montego Bay the second smart city. And not only that, they are speaking about even developing a third city. And you need help back? You need help? They are actually speaking about developing a third city in the Caymanas region. Now the question is supposed to be asking, where does all of this fall in prophecy? All of us, you know, the island of Jamaica or the Caribbean, or, you know, we fall in line with these scriptures, because this is the word of the Most High. You have a scripture? You have a quick precept? Say, you have a quick precept.
It is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
No, this was what Habakkuk did. And it's the same thing that we did as men of the Lord today, according to this dispensation of time. So like, yeah. Continue.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may read, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
Right, so this becomes a race. He may run that readeth it. Even the Apostle Paul likened these shooters unto a race. So the vision is set for an appointed time. No, if you understand prophecies, you would clearly understand that we are now living in the time, let me say it, the brother Rakaka like to put it, we're living in the last days of the last days. That's where we're at now in prophecy. So now is a time where we're supposed to be trying to make peace with our Maker, to become one with our Lord and Savior, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And by doing so, it is all going back to what? His word. And what his word is saying. Yeah, continue.
It says, and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will not, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Yeah, it will surely come, it will not tarry. So these key prophetic movements, like you see, you find China in the Caribbean even more frequent. As a matter of fact, the whole Venezuela thing will take place now with one wider, that's his name, one wider, seeing the America said, oh, we recognize him as the government of Venezuela. And now you find like Jamaica saying, shit, we need any side when we're gonna work with them, because you know, seeing we can't choose a side. And in doing so, you find the Chinese them, the Chinese them used to invest in the country, like all the work used to take place. You notice the work get minimized. Seeing, so we are at so-called the mercy, or the Jamaican government is at the mercy of the Chinese government, and also at the mercy of the American government. So at the end of the day, we are in some deep shit. We are in hell. Basically, we are living in hell right now. Now, speaking about hell, I want to switch gear just a slight, because I have an article that we want to go through. Now, back in the days, you used to have this ruling party back then, political party by the name of the People's National Party, which came from Norman Manley to his son Michael Manley to Edward, not Edward, to PJ Patterson. No, PJ Patterson was a very smart politician. We give him that. He was a very smart politician. Not necessarily mean he was good, but he was a smart politician. So he captured the minds of the majority of the people that was living in Jamaica throughout his reign, which his reign was for 18 years consecutively. Now, upon observation while we were growing throughout those times, we know that certain places like the waterfronts, the sugar factories, all these places start to become privatized. Michael Manley in the 80s went to the IMF, the World Bank, and the IDB for funding to keep the country afloat, to be a part of the known world. And he bucked up on some stringent measures. You can watch it on Life and Death documentary. You know, you won't find the full thing on YouTube anymore. But if you come back, right channel, I think you can find our website though, we'll find a whole documentary on it. See, if you remember, you can refer to the documentary channel. See, but it's a very edifying documentary, and you have to watch it not from a political standpoint, but from a standpoint of who is the fucking devil, Salakia from a language, which is Esau, and how he tried to oppress our people, the Israelites here in the Caribbean, because it wasn't only for the people of Jamaica. Maurice Bishop meet his Waterloo by their hands in Grenada, so on and so forth. But to make a long story short, PJ Patterson didn't go back to the IMF to pay his debt. What he did was privatize certain aspects of assets, certain assets that was to bring in GDP to the country, which was a bad thing. So on one hand, people saying, oh, PJ Patterson is good because he didn't went to the IMF. But on the other hand, what he was doing, he was selling the means and way out for the country to make money. So in other words, the country is going into a continuous debt, continuously, because there is no way of making new money so to pay the outstanding debt. So we are still in debt, and use the word again. The assets that we normally have to pay this debt, it now belongs to the country. So therefore, we are in deeper shit. We are in deeper hell. Now, one of the last assets that we have here is the National Water Commission. No, we lose the
even when they don't go mobile and we pass the backside company Discovery Bay. And when we Google the company name, it said Jamaican backside company privately owned. But when you look up who actually own it, it's actually owned by America.
America, same thing? Yeah, I know the Russians are trying to go into the cockpit country.
Yeah, majority of shares owned by America.
I think it was 93%.
Yeah, see that? The best guy for them. If you own 93% of somebody,
Muslim have the most shares.
yeah, see him? Watch Batman, what you call it? Batman Return. I used to when Bruce Wayne buy back most of the shares of the company. Yeah, that's an inside joke. Anyway, saying, before we go to the preset, this is the thing. Saying, the bauxite got sold, sugar cane got sold, which, but if you know about slavery, Jamaica was a chief hub for sugar in slavery. Yeah? Especially by the Beckford family. You can go on YouTube and type in slavery in Jamaica, you see all the Beckford family. Huh?
Westmoreland.
In Westmoreland, yeah? Oh, sugar used to be like drugs, like cocaine back in the days. See, even now people get hooked on sugar. See, what else? JPS, the Jamaica Public Service, got sold out as well. Seeing all these places got sold out. Now we got left with the National Water Commission, which is owned by the Jamaican government. Now they are speaking of, I'm trying to put it on table to privatize our water. So it's our necessity, so you can see where this is going. We go to scripture, then we go on the article about question. See?
This is Nehemiah chapter 5 verse 3. It says, some also there were that said, we have mortgaged our lands, vineyards, and houses, that we might buy corn, because of the dark. There were also that said, we have borrowed money for the king's tribute.
And this is the same thing that this government is going in. We have borrowed monies for the king's tribute. Michael Manley borrowed money. Personally, we don't believe in their politics, but according to history, what we learned, Michael Manley actually had a good vision towards the people that was living in Jamaica. Michael Manley's philosophy was actually democratic socialism, if I'm calling it correctly. Seen? Yeah, which means self-sustenance. So we're going to eat what we grow and grow what we eat. So and the things that we provide that we're not going to eat, we're going to export them. Yeah? And the things that we don't have, we're going to import them. But let's try to produce as much as we can to keep the sustenance of the country going. That was Michael Manley's philosophy. And then you have these Edomites saying, oh, fuck you, Michael Manley. That's not how it's going to work. We are going to be the one that is going to control your food. We're going to be the one to control your oxygen. You're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for everything. So therefore, huh?
IMF.
You have the IMF. Not only the IMF.
IDB.
IDB. You have the World Trade Organization. Seeing all these different organizations that are owned by these elites. They are the ones that they set up for them puppet to get puppet governments in every country, as you're seeing that they want to do now in Venezuela with Maduro. You understand? Same continuous scripture about question.
He said, there were also that said, we have borrowed money for the king's tribute, and that upon our lands and vineyards. He said, because of the collateral.
Exactly.
And, when the government borrow money right now, they have collateral, which are the goods they money for sale, to try to pay about the money.
But but PJ Patterson privatized the collaterals. So therefore, the people become the collateral now. So you see that slavery hasn't ended as yet. See? Yeah, quick interjection. Bring it out and then go back there.
So this is Proverbs 22 verse 7. It said the rich will it over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender.
Straight to the point, self-explanatory. The borrower is a servant to the lender. So you remember the other day we got poetry race and we are prophesying about, and I said the Bible say, yo, servants will be a master. See? Not understanding that, guess what? You're actually a servant to the system. You're actually a servant to Esau. You understand? So we are in a great debt. We are in service to these men at this very moment. We are low. And not until our Lord, our shine, make his return, will never come out of this pit. See? So the main objective is to do the work and to finish it so that we can be delivered out of this pit. Right? Continue the precept about question.
Verse 5, he said, yet now our flesh is as the flesh of our brethren, our children as their children, and lo, we bring into bondage our sons and our daughters to servants.
Right, we are in bondage now. And even our children, our parents, us and our children, basically we are in bondage. And guess what? Their children supposed to be come in bondage. So it's a perpetual cycle of bondage. You know, it is a never-ending cycle. And it cannot go like this forever. That's the reason why ultimately these men want to put a mark upon you people, which is the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, to show that he actually owns you as he owns his car, or his jewelry, or his plane, or his house, or his yacht, or whatsoever possession that he has. That's where it is. That's where their mindset is, to bring it there ultimately. See? But give thanks to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. He has given us a redeemer, a savior, Yahweh Shai. Right?
You say, and some of our daughters are brought unto bondage already. Neither is it in our power to redeem them.
And it is not in our power to redeem them. When you go back to the curses, what it said? He shall, the stranger that is within thee shall what? Yeah, bring it up.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43 said, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
And this is proof in the pudding. We are the tail. We are the head. So whatsoever these men said, then our government's gonna follow. Saying, why do them raise the gas price? And they have to do it. Saying, and guess what? The budget don't read it.
But I'm not sure about that concern, because if America get Venezuela, Venezuela and company,
Problem again.
you know.
More problem again. Seeing, oh, we only have one redeemer, man.
They want to look at the 49% from Venezuela, I have, you know?
Oh,
Petrojam.
Petrojam?
Yeah, the government. Try to get it back.
See, we have a problem, we have some deep shit. However, we could jump into the article for our question.
This is from the Loop News, and it was published on 12th of February 2019. Headline is New Business Model Coming for NWC, Arbin Hill. Right? So Government Senator Arbin Hill has given the clearest indication yet that the Andrew Holness administration, which is the Prime Minister,
yeah, we from the Jamaica Labour Party. Right, go ahead.
Yet the Andrew Holness administration intends to divest itself of the state-owned National Water Commission.
You know, divest now, for a simple nigga in here, dive and the pan, dive.
Divest. Divest.
Yeah, divest.
I read the definition.
Yeah, what is divest?
Pull out a dictionary.
Yeah, what is divest, you know? Yes, you have it? What you do?
Divest. So to deprive or dispossess, especially of property, authority, or title.
Alright, to divest or dispossess, meaning privatize. In another word, you understand? The prefix means to basically change, you know, to give over.
Next meaning to that.
Vest means to income from investment.
Right.
You understand? So, see, you have to understand words as well. See?
It's the same word divest is from a financial sense, to sell something valuable such as stock or property.
To sell something valuable. No, water. What is the tagline for the National Water Commission? Water is life. No, if water is life, and you're going to sell it.
Sell life.
You understand? If water is life, and you're planning on privatizing it, that you know what that means? That means you don't own nothing. And we're gonna get you have that from the app? Judith, you have it? You have it?
If you sell me your water, the day me not obligated to give you any water. So
exactly.
The day when me want cut off
All
water
ties.
from it,
Simple.
then
Judith 7 and 6.
Exactly.
See? Sir?
And a 6.
Yes, at a 6. Judith 7 and 6.
Judith 7 verse 6. But in the second day, all furnace brought forth all furnace brought forth all his horsemen in the sight of the children of Israel, which are in Bethuel, and viewed the passage of the city, and came to the fountains of their water.
Right, and it came to the what? The fountains of their water. See, what you have to understand, man, these men actually know history. See, these men have all the records. They know these things in the scriptures, man. If you control people, water, that means ultimately you control them. See, you know that cartoon with I think it was an ants. Some ants that say I'm gonna be the king, and him cut off the water from the village so that the chief won't. He might try to get the rulership from the chief, so him block the way and say me can give you the water. So if you make me the chief, I can make you get what? Remember that? See, it's the same thing. See, yeah. See, you just see the clipping, eh? It's the same thing. These men know that. Continue.
And took them and set garrisons of men.
Garrisons, another word for garrisons is checkpoints, meaning you have military blockades. That's another word for garrison. Go ahead.
Of garrisons of men of war over them, and he himself removed towards his people. Then came unto him all the chief of the children of Esau.
Of Esau? Hold on. You tell me Esau don't know this record, man? Then came to him, and this man was a what? A Babylonian.
Assyrian.
Assyrian. See him? And the Assyrian becomes the see? Yeah. See? But to be more precise, Assyrian, yeah? No. Then came to him all the children of what? Esau. Men, who are the Edomites? The so-called white people. They are the descendants of Esau. Right? Go ahead.
And the governors of the people of Moab.
And the so-called Chinese. And they are the ones that are in the country today same way. See, so you find Esau here and you find Moab here. Doing the same shit. Go ahead.
And the captain of the sea coast, and said, let our Lord now hear a word, and there be not an overthrown in thine army. For this people of the children of Israel do not trust in their spears, but in the heights of the mountains wherein they dwell, because it is not easy to come up to the top of their mountains. Now therefore, my Lord, fight not against them in battle array, and there shall not so much as one man of the people perish. Remain in thy camp, and keep all the men of thine army, and let thy servants get their hands the mountains of water, which issue forth of the foot of the mountain. For all the inhabitants of Bethulia of their water dens, so shall thirst kill them.
So shall thirst kill them. See? So you can imagine if them privatize our water, and then when all hell break loose, just turn off the pipe. See? Cut the current. See? Put the poison in the water more than what I get. So shall thirst what? Kill them.
I raise the price.
I raise the price. You have a problem. Go ahead.
Hey, and the price I go raise.
It has to raise. It has to raise, and this is going to explain why. The article is going to explain the amount of debt, why it has to raise.
Exactly.
See? So if we continue that before we go so.
And they shall give their city, and we and our people shall go up to the top of the mountains that are near, and will camp upon them to watch that none go out of the city.
Yeah, because they will give them city because they're in thirst. They are in hunger and they are in thirst. So ultimately, okay, it's life now, you know. How much people gonna say, yo, we not go, they're gonna step.
In the same way, then they consider say, yo, if they even the father not save them by this amount of time,
they might give them for the ultimate.
They might give over to the enemy.
Exactly.
Right, so that Judith did have to come straight them up here.
Exactly. See, well, here we are. I talk to the leaders of these people, which always cause them to err. Yeah? See, we know you're not going to come straight because you sell out. The scripture say make a covenant with death and with hell, and your agreement with them. But at the end of the day, this is going to cost you people dearly. It's going to cost the government of you people dearly as well. See? We have a quick scripture, very quick.
It's Lamentation 5 and start 2. It says, our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. I'm just jumping like verse 4. We have drunken our water for money, our wood is sold unto us. See?
Our wood, it's ours, Go ahead.
Our necks are under persecution, we labor and have no rest. See?
Right, just like lifespan, we have to buy lifespan water, natural water, or
natural processed water.
Or picture water where them say come from Blue Mountain. Right, we have to buy that.
Junk in our water for money. No?
Cans and our wood farm money as
I'll
well.
purchase our own things.
Yeah, can.
Yeah, you know the funniest thing, I can't even know the sugar mill, they make them find the sugar and export it. You don't get that. You get some sugar with some lump in it like spit. And see? Cut it back in the article.